For 14 years, Erika has held her household together, raising teen Abby, her little brother Yoni, and a she's-obsessed dog? When Abby's fixation on finding her father threatens everything, the journey ahead reshapes their bond for the better. That's Quelques mots d'amour, or also known as the words of love. And it seems that, every year there's a film with like d'amour in the title, and I'm missing out on it, and then Ewan goes to watch it, and it's like, oh, it's actually very good, like one of the best of the festival. I'm like, fuck sake, man. But Ewan, tell me all about Quelques mots d'amour.
This was the Hafsia Herzi movie at the festival to watch, the L'Histoire de la Nuit, or the birthday party, wasn't it? And here it's about her parenting her kid. We see her at age 7 and then at age 14, so there's a bit of like a 7-year time jump, and it is like about this young girl who really gets wrapped up in this figure that she's made up of her dad, and that wants to meet her. There's like these plethora of excuses why he couldn't be there, and sort of the resentment she builds up for her mother, and slowly also becomes, as you get a teen, maybe also that self-hated, like that sort of thing that you end up sort of feeling at that age. And I think it's a really interesting story that way, because you got as a contrast, you got the little brother who's 2 years younger than her, cracking jokes the whole time, is a little chubbier, and it's just like, he's just having a good time, trying to have a good time. And she's basically trying to exist in this different reality, like not fully on different reality, but like this different thing that she would get to solve sort of her problems that didn't even exist in the first place. And she's creating this sort of daddy complex for herself because she really wants to have that connection, even though there's nothing there and the dad doesn't have any interest. And it, like, the movie literally opens with them trying to, like, because she insists as a 7-year-old to go there, to like give him a letter, and like rings the doorbell, and I think they briefly see him in the window, but he ignores them, and it's pretty clearly communicated that he had no interest of ever being a parent, from the perspective of a mother trying to just be a good mother to a kid that is, through a way, also trying to disconnect themselves from you, even though you just try to do your best. So like the hurt of being a mother and still trying to care the best you can for your kid, who wants to meet their dad. So you try to make that happen still, because it's like sending your kid on a path where you know there's going to be hurt, but all you can do is be there for them. And I found this to be like a really beautiful like movie about parenting, and like especially single mom parenting. It's nothing too crazy. I think it stays pretty simple in its plot, and I am one of the people who resonated with this a bit more than I think some other people on our jury grid did. I think there's some other people who did actually were like up there with me though. It's just a funny, heartfelt, good French movie, and I'm a sucker for those. I gave this one a 4 out of 5, and it really isn't like a lot to over explain in this. It's like a slight film too in a way, but also has a decent core to it that will move you if you're willing to like be moved by that sort of thing. And yeah, just like also about like your own identity, about feeling wanted and feeling loved. That's about all of it. Like I think it does, like the comedic moments though hit so often, and I think it's rare that, like, maybe not for you, right? It might not be for everyone, but I thought this to be like really funny. There was like a moment where they like say, I guess I have to translate it from French, but like yeah, in the States they call it daddy issues, right? The problems of your daddy, like issues for dad. And it's like the complete misunderstanding there, like with a random character. I think it's like a psychiatrist or something like that the mother goes to. It just like is filled with a lot of comedy, a lot of heart, and love for your mothers, which we should all have more. Jury Grid gave this a 3.6 out of 5. Not a bad rating whatsoever. And because it's a French film, it will release there, and hopefully I also get to praise it again when it releases for me here locally. And hopefully you get to see it as well. I think it's likely that it will probably play in Belgium sooner than later.
It'll probably be it's a theatrical release of 18th of October in France, so it could be perhaps present at Filmfest again. And if it's present there, I'll go watch it, because it's got the moor. If a movie has a moor in the title, I'll go watch it at every film festival from now on.
It did remind me of a movie that played in Venice, I believe, L'Attachement. Not on a level, but like the same level
Oh,
of
like that?
quality.
Yeah.
Not like thematically or something like that.
No,
Although it
but
is about-
quality-wise,
but
yeah.
it's like the quality level is like about the same, I think, for those two films. That like I
Oh.
think they'll go overlooked in the larger like film space, but I think we really
Yeah.
appreciate them. So that tells you something for your viewing experience, and yeah, hopefully that's helpful.